How's it going? Interesting one today, motivation. Now, you're probably here because you're a person just like me, and quick disclaimer for you now, I'm no guru, I'm no 20-year-old who's full of energy, lives with their parents, has lots of time, lots of spare time, no real responsibilities that they don't know of just yet. Obviously it doesn't apply to all of them, but you know what I mean. I've been that guy. Had 3 jobs, worked and partied. Now, 35, once divorced, remarried, 3 kids in the first marriage, 2 kids in the second. My current one, full-time job, of which, to be honest, I'm going to work in the next 15 minutes just after I record this video. I'm not looking forward to it. I've got a night shift, 12 hours, and it's not one of them jobs you're allowed to sleep in. So yeah, that's fun. I've been up since 6 with the kids. So just trying to give you a dose of the reality that the likelihood is I'm like you or worse in terms of having less time. Maybe you've got it worse than I have, but I know because the people around me I've not got it that bad. So, or that easy, if you will. Now, do you think I had the motivation to come and record this video right now? Because I really didn't. I would have rather sat on the sofa and had a coffee maybe for 15 minutes before I left, maybe even a power nap. I don't think motivation exists in the way we think it does. I really don't think it exists. But discipline does. And what do I mean by that? And this isn't, again, me preaching and telling you I've got it all figured out, because I don't have it figured out at all, by any means. What I am doing, though, is starting this year, and it's not a New Year's resolution, something clicked in my mind. And I said, I'm going to try this, be consistent, start this company, start a Pokemon side hustle with the family, and try and grow it the right way. From all the research I've done, that's going to take consistency. What does that mean? Well, I think that means that even on the days that I don't feel like it, I know we've heard this before, but I've got to get up and keep going and keep going and keep going and keep going, especially on the days that I don't feel like it, because motivation is easy, isn't it? When you ride that high, you know, it's like a drug. It's an easy addiction, isn't it? Because you hear people say it all the time, don't you? I just don't feel motivated. And to be honest, if I waited for some motivation to show up in my day-to-day, I don't think I'd ever get started. It's the thing about motivation that I don't trust. Motivation, correct me if I'm wrong, it's an emotion, isn't it? You wake up one day and you're like, oof, I feel motivated today. Or I don't feel motivated today. It's emotions, they're up and down, they're inconsistent, they're unreliable. They're like that friend that always says he's going to show up and he never shows up. They're like that parent that said they were going to be at that game and they don't show up. They're like that person that you loved, not showing up. You can't depend on emotions, I'm afraid. You can depend on discipline. Discipline is boring, it doesn't sell well. This video is probably only going to get a few views, but to be honest, it was worth making if I'm able to help one person think, you know what, I just need to get up and do it, and do whatever it is I'm putting my mind to, because I get out of bed every day and I can't be bothered to do it. And let's think about the non-negotiables here. Let's think about when you get up and you go to that job that you don't like. You might even feel unmotivated to go and look after your kids for the day because you just feel down and out, and that's a real human feeling, and I'm guilty of that sometimes too. But they're non-negotiables, right? You go and you do it anyway because they have to be done. Even just like the basics of drinking water and eating food so you don't die. You do them, right? Because you know they have consequences if you don't do them. Well, we are literally living in a world and a time where procrastination seems to be like a virus, like a disease. I don't think COVID helped, but we don't stop, and what we're doing is killing our dreams. We're killing everything. And I think the only thing that really creates motivation, because I don't believe in luck either. That's another video. But I don't think motivation creates itself. I think you create motivation. I think you getting up and starting momentum and doing things creates the motivation for the next day. A struggle today gives you the strength for tomorrow, kind of thing. And even then, when it doesn't, you just have to have the discipline. That's where the discipline kicks in to go and do it again. So I'm going to try and commit, so you can travel on this journey with me, to making a video every other day for the whole year, maybe even daily. I'm going to try. That means 365 videos, or at least 300 videos odd from this point on. Can I do that? I'm not sure, but I'm going to try. I'm going to try and stay disciplined to do so. The way I like to look at it sometimes, I suppose, is motivation's kind of like good and bad weather, right? It's nice when it comes out, but you can't build your life around it. I mean, look, today is one of the fine examples. Because let's be honest, do you feel motivated after a hard day's work? Do you feel motivated after looking after the kids all day? Do you feel motivated after seeing that you're not getting any results? Like this video, again, like I said before, Probably won't get many views, but if I don't stay consistent, it's never going to really happen for me, is it? If you go on a diet and you're trying to get a six-pack for the summer and you don't stick to it after a month because you don't see the results you want, it probably is not going to happen for you. We all know that. We all know the reality of it, and we probably would all want that. We don't do it, right? It's crazy when you think about it, and I'm number one procrastinator sometimes. And it feels horrible. It's like that anxiety feeling after a weekend when you were a kid and you haven't done your homework and you're going to school the next day, and you know there's that little Timmy who always says, teacher, didn't you give us some homework for the weekend? And you're like, yeah, well, it's not Timmy's fault really for being a know-it-all, it's mine for procrastinating. That's how you feel. Because you know when you went to school with the homework done, you felt good, and you actually hoped that little Timmy would pipe up, right? I'm sure that resonates with someone. So I think what else helps for you is if you go away and you search for real clarity and you figure out the why. And if your why is strong enough, I think it kind of negates the necessity for motivation. I think, for me, for example, I go and I think about, I want the freedom to be able to go to a shop. My kids see a £500 Lego set, who he really wants to build it with, and we go, you know what? I don't have to go to work today because I'm working for myself. And I've worked hard enough and I want to go build this Lego set with you, so we're going to go and create that core memory. I'm not saying I want to spoil my kids. I want the freedom, the financial freedom to be able to do whatever I want with my kids, to be able to have fun if I want to go and have fun for the weekend and take them wherever the hell I want, because money isn't an issue. My why is more than strong enough. Is your why strong enough? I think that's something that you really have to sit down, come down to the beach, and I'm not down here for the dramatic effect. I'm literally down here because I live over there in that blue house. And this is the one place I can actually think and talk without being interrupted by a screaming child, which I'm sure you'd all love to hear. And it's part of the reason why I'm recording this video anyway, to be honest. It's kind of tied in with the motivation, because discipline sucks, right? Consistency is boring. Even on the days where you don't feel like, in my case, picking up the camera, hitting record, or in your case, going to the gym and working out, or in your case, writing that idea down for your book, or Jesus, even, keeping an eye on the online thing so you can pick up that next trading card that you want and not miss an offer because someone else woke up earlier than you. Because, and I'll reiterate this fact, this is not some guru that's telling you I've worked it out yet. I have not. This is my journey. I'm not some 20-year-old with all the time in the world, all the energy in the world, no real responsibilities. I'm a guy, 35, went through hell and back in a divorce, took to the cleaners, 5 kids to look after, a wife to look after, myself to look after, all sorts of stresses that we don't even need to go into, a full-time job. And I thought, you know what, I'm still going to pick up the camera today and record. I'm still going to pick up the camera today and have a word with people. Even if one person listens and can derive the smallest bit of anything, I'm good. I'm good with that. And that's what I want to keep doing. So just some pointers from me, that's from someone that's still figuring it out, is take a nice long walk. Think about your why. Think about where you want to be in 50 years. Think about what are non-negotiables for you. What do you really want out of this life, man? Because it's going quick. Life is fleeting. We're not going to be here in 50 years. Part of the reason why I'm recording this too is so my kids and grandkids can have a look at it and hopefully have something to be proud of when I'm dust and bones. Because after that, the generations are going to forget me anyway. So if you're waiting for motivation, man, you might be waiting forever. Get clear on what you want. Build that discipline day by day, little win by little win by little win. And motivation can catch up later when you figured that out. Bosh. You probably thought you were coming towards the end of the video. So remember I just said I had to go to work for 12 hours, do a night shift, then come back home? Well, that's what happened. And I think it ties into the motivation video very, very well. Because if you think after doing a 12-hour night shift, I was in the mood to get the camera out and the mic as soon as I got home instead of going straight to bed, then you're wrong. So bear in mind that I got up, would be yesterday at 6:30 a.m, worked and have been up more than 24 hours because I finished work at 7 in the morning today, and it is now 8:45. So let's call it what? Close to 27 hours? Math brain in the morning doesn't really work. It's a good excuse for me not being able to do math anyway. But my point is, I think it ties very well into the motivation video in the sense that I don't believe it exists. And I don't believe it exists because, hell, I know I didn't have any motivation just now to grab the camera, the mic, have this kind of thought that I could finish this video in this way, just to show you the 20-year-old, the 19-year-old, the whatever the hell year old, the 40-year-old who's got a few kids too, because I'm going to be there with you in about 5 years, 4.5 years, that it doesn't really matter if you've got your mind made up and you said, I'm going to draw a line in the sand, no pun intended, and I'm going to not stop and keep going until my people find me. And the people that want to be with me on this journey and see how it's going, how the business is going, how Pokemon business is going, how life is going, how that family business ethos is working out, how a pretty chill guy on some random rock in the middle of the Med and the Atlantic that borders with Spain with a population of 40,000 people managed to do it, managed to get through it. That's a dream anyway. I'm not saying it's going to happen, but that's what I'm going to try and do. And I tell you what, I'm glad I did it, because I can come out here in the morning after work, have a moment of clarity next to the sea and the wind, just drop the girls off at school. The missus has gone to work, bless her, which is what I'm trying to work so hard to do, to get that woman out of work, because she deserves it. She's a great mum, and she's a great stepmom. That's my why, like we spoke about, right? You don't need motivation. You don't need to watch motivational videos. You just need to sit down, figure out as a man, and I'm speaking as a man because I don't really know anything else. I'm not a woman. I'm not anything else, so I can't really speak for anyone else. But I can speak as a man, as a father of 5, who's working hard, has a dream, and is going to work very hard to get towards that dream. And you're going to see this on this channel. No guru, it's just a real person just like you, has lower back problems, looks to try and keep fit, tries to do the best by their children, has bad days, sometimes drinks a bit too much. We're going to be in this. That's the why, right? That's what we're talking about. That's what's so important. The air I'm breathing now, knowing the humanity of it all. 50 years, I'm probably not going to be here if I'm lucky as well, because that's a good life, right? So let's do it, man. I hope if this is just getting to just the one person, I promise you, and that's another part of my why, and I can make you think I'm going to join that grind, then cool. And whatever you want to do, man. Real estate, sports, content creating, editing, filmmaking, instrument playing, you name it, man. I'm here for all of it. I want to see other people grow too, that I value, that value me. Because that's another thing I'm going to try and do this year, man. I'm only going to try and really contact the people that contact me, try and chase the people that chase me up and want to see me grow. And that's really easy to do, isn't it? We just end up chasing the wrong things sometimes, in my opinion anyway. So yeah, I'm probably just rambling now because I'm too tired. I haven't slept for about 28 hours. So I'm going to go home now, going to have a shower, going to have some water, rehydrate, get some electrolytes in me, and try and recover, get some sleep before I have to get up, have some food, and make some lunch for the girls, and then go pick them up. That's the idea. One of these days, I'll show you the 5 monstrosities that I have as well, just for a laugh, just to show you that I'm not lying. I do have 5 of them. They are 8, 6, 5... Sorry, 8, 7. 8, 7, 8, 7, 5, 3 and 2. 3 and 2. And those are my monstrosities. Now, I will be leaving you now. If you've watched to the end, I really, really appreciate it. It motivates me to make more videos like this. I'll try and keep it updated throughout the year, and we'll see how we end this year by January 2027. And let's hope that we've got a bunch more subscribers, got a bunch more watch time, and I can eventually make this dream a reality. Either way, I've enjoyed making these videos, so I'm definitely enjoying just grabbing it and just rambling. If you're a 35-year-old guy, right, you probably understand that at this point, even your close childhood friends, they all have lives. They've all moved on with other things. Like I've got one that lives in Germany, one that lives in Argentina, and unfortunately, remember that old saying, one day you and the guys logged off from online for the last time, you didn't even realize it? Or you didn't go out and you went out and played for the last time, you didn't even realize it? That hit home, right? Damn. I'll catch you soon, guys.